Let's go to Simone de Boic, please.
Good day, everyone. My name is Simone de Boic, and I reside in Ward 7. I'm here to state my views on the subject of blanket rezoning and the negative impact it could have on our city. Clearly, this is being rushed through, and citizens of Calgary have the right to know the details, the projected forecasts of costs, and the average projections for rents that will make it affordable. Could Council address how blanket rezoning yields affordable housing? We have not heard or seen any documentation on this. In addition, many speakers have indicated there is city property that could be utilized in corridors and nodes. With regards to the bigger cities like Vancouver, Toronto, Los Angeles, and China, they are growing too quickly and pushing people to leave to find affordable housing. Let's not allow our city to become overly densified, gentrified, and eventually bankrupt. The population explosion that's going on too quickly, grossly mismanaged by the government, will force strain and a higher cost for infrastructure and quality of life. How will the city address increased demands for existing and new roads, water systems, sewer, gas, electrical costs, labor, and building supplies, and the whopping interest owed back to the Trudeau government? Who will pay for upgrades to infrastructure? We will, the people. What will happen to our quality of life and autonomy? I think we'll be living like the mice of the 1970 experiment, Universe 25, and like the book, Lord of the Flies, showing the controlling nature to rule and oppress and take over society. Perhaps this is part of a bigger agenda, meaning the introduction to 15-minute cities that rob us of our quality of life, community, and our rights. I took an excerpt from a booklet called Billions for the Bankers and Debts for the People. And there's 3 types of conquest. History reveals nations can be conquered by use of one or more of 3 methods. The most common is conquest by war. The second method is by religion. The third method can be called economic conquest. It takes place when nations are placed under tribute without the use of visible force, so that the victims do not realize they have been conquered. Tribute is collected from them in the form of legal debts and taxes, and they believe they are paying for it through their own good and for the good of others, or to protect all from some enemy. Their captors become the benefactors and the protectors. Although this is the slowest to impose, it is often quite long-lasting, as the captives do not see any military force arrayed against them. Their religion is left more or less intact, and they have freedom to speak and to travel, and they participate in elections for their rulers. Without realizing it, they are conquered, and the instruments of their own society are used to transfer their wealth to their captors and make the conquest complete. In closing, more analysis and transparency needs to be provided, and a plebiscite. Let Calgarians decide. This is a huge undertaking that's failed in other cities. Councillors, do the right thing. Do not contribute to economic conquest. I will end with this. Dear God, keep our land glorious and free. Amen.